Student visas are a great option for moving to another country, mainly for two reasons. One of them being that should you fall in love with the country where you're studying, there are often visas that are easier to get if you were a student first. Like if you stay on the territory and before your student visa runs out, you can renew it as like a permanent resident visa. Depends on the country, 100%. There's a lot of nuance with that, but it can be a step in the doorway for a lot of people who don't qualify for citizenship or any other type of visa. The other thing being, and I didn't know this before I was doing it, is that a lot of scholarships will transfer and count for study abroad. So as a student, it might be cheaper than what you're expecting. I had my 4 years of tuition paid because I did really well on the ACT. And I didn't know until I applied for the study abroad program. I thought maybe it's going to cost me a lot. I was really quite nervous, but I figured I'm not committing to anything. So I just signed up, and then they were like, oh, and also 100% of the cost of your schooling while you're abroad will be covered by your scholarship. I still had to cover like airplane tickets, food, cost of living, those types of things. But that's a lot easier to handle than to go on and pay full tuition. Something to keep in mind, a lot of countries, especially in Europe, also have really, really good housing and apartment deals for students, whether they're coming from abroad or whether they're citizens of that country. So a lot of really good options there. I 100% recommend looking into student visas for the country where you'd like to live if you fit into the age criteria. And again, student visas are also partially luck because you have to be studying at an institution that has a program. Usually with the country where you want to study, you have to have the money to be able to get the visa in the first place. And there's a lot of luck that goes into it, but it can be a very, very valid option for a lot of people.